How's it going, crypto community and XRP Martians alike? This is Jade Martian, and this time I'm bringing you an article from Tron Weekly Journal. The article is titled, Western Union Might Use Ripple XRP via Earthport Now. Visa and Western Union come together to do things more comfortable for everyone, and Ripple might play a role here as under-the-hood technology. So, as I just posted an article about what will be yesterday when you're viewing this, I put forth the notion that this connection would be facilitated through Ripple's services, right? So, let's hop right into Naveed Iqbal's article, which begins, yesterday, two of the world's payment processing giants announced a strategic partnership that will enable them to move money around the planet among consumers with a focus in frictionless remittances, strictly identical to what Ripple promises. Visa's head of Push Payments, Bill Shelley, explained to Karen Webster how Western Union would adopt Visa Direct speeds so that international payments across borders and currencies can become faster, more comfortable to settle, and especially using mobile technology. So we're still not even halfway through the current year, and we've already seen many new mega mergers and partnerships in the international payments business. The industry is thus creating links between networks, services, products, and institutions. The dominant motives for such movements are to increase value for the customer and to lower costs and settlement times for both the institutions and the people they serve. Visa issued the announcement yesterday in that context, so it's joining forces with Western Union, a remittance services giant, so that their new service is quicker and digital, thus facilitating the movement of money in the planet, while also providing many new use cases for the technology. I think that meant to say movement around the planet while also providing many use cases, right? So we can sense the involvement of Ripple here from the look of things. Within the agreement, Western Union will take advantage of Visa Direct, which is the credit card company's real-time payments settlement platform, in such a way that its end users can expedite their global payments experience through push-to-card technology. Both partners issued a press release in which they said that their new collaboration will help real-time cross-border payments in 200 countries and territories and the world and in 130 fiat currencies. Holy crap, is that huge? 200 countries? That's literally every country, I believe. Like, maybe exclude like 2 or 3, right? Like, I'm pretty sure there's only about 200 countries in the world. And 130 currencies. Wow. This is huge, especially if this does really have Ripple behind it, right? So, the article goes on that the new partnerships support both Visa and Western Union's recent movement towards becoming global activities when it comes to settling international payments. Hikmet Esret, Western Union's CEO, was recently interviewed by Karen Webster, and he also talked about the company's sale of SpeedPay to ACI worldwide. So Western Union is trying to expand its cross-border services with a specific focus on global P2P and B2C payments. Last month, Visa did not own Last month, Visa did its own homework on the same project by buying Earthport, another payments gateway, and a platform which works with banks, remittance services, and other institutions. The company's mission is to bring higher value to low-frequency enterprise B2B payments. Earthport is a Ripple client, and they have reportedly integrated XRP into their software already. Keep connecting the dots. So there's also a tweet featuring here talking about Visa and Western Union to speed global payments, and that article is from payments.com. Somebody's commenting, now this is news, not all that cartoon and Golden Cross crap. So apparently plenty of people are tired of Bearable Guy and Golden Cross, technical indicators. At any rate, the article continues on after that nice little meme. The new partnership created by Visa and Western Union is all about getting rid of all the red tape, which is the rule rather than the exception when it comes to international payments. The market is worth about 80 trillion USD yearly, but the process is not quick nor transparent. The current standard requires several days to settle every operation, and it's not cheap because it doesn't charge a fixed fee, but rather a percentage of the money sent. It's all made worse by the amount of capital that the service providers need to put aside so they can complete these operations. Western Union is still the world's leader when it comes to remittance services, according to Mr. Shelley in his interview with Ms. Webster. Only last year, the company processed 800 million deals for both individuals and institutional users. Mr. Webster went on to explain in further detail Western Union's workings. They have the infrastructure to move money all around the planet and can permute fiat to digital and vice versa because their cash networks can handle all that work very well. There is a shift going on in which digital to digital transfers are becoming more common, and that's a process which Visa Direct is going to help along. It all comes down to added value provided by both companies. That's why they've decided to create a joint brand. According to Mr. Shelley, both companies will be able to offer together with service workings in real time, which he considers being a key element in their partnership. Talking more about Western Union, Visa's executive said that the company said that it has an amazing network in terms of digital assets, mobile platforms, and their cash agent network. Visa has been working hard on this matter, developing Visa Direct, which is focused on digital systems, outreach, onboarding, safety, Forex conversion, and other services that enhance Western Union's own. Pardon me. So, both companies will benefit. Western Union will be able to give its customers real-time transfers, account to account, quicker, a lot more cost-efficient. So, yeah, it's going to be real-time transfers that are obviously a lot quicker and more cost-efficient. As for Visa, on the other hand, its network keeps expanding, and it also puts in the fintech. It gets put in the fintech market. That makes a massive difference in emerging economies in which fintechs are more critical than traditional players, in Mr. Shelley's own words. Cross-border payments settled through Visa's digital technology, like prepaid Visa cards or bank accounts, increase efficiency, and they're safer than cash transactions. As we work together, there are going to be inherent friction points in cross-border that we are going to take out, added Mr. Shelley to Ms. Webster. We understand the complexities that are involved, whether you are trying to go from a brick and mortar to digital distribution, or whether firms need to help with settlement acceptance handling, or licensing. So, the future and use cases. Visa's man made it clear that technology has a broad variety of use cases. Visa Direct transfers are enabled in cross-border transactions of all types across B2B, P2P, or even me-to-me transactions. Visa Direct serves these transactions at high volumes, high speeds, and low cost. That better quality in service incentivizes developers to create apps that take advantage of this technology to serve end users. The world's average remittance is at $500,000. There's the apostrophes in the wrong place. I'm gonna say it's $50,000, but I think it might be $500,000 is what it was supposed to be. But at any rate, the average remittance is $500, yet Visa Direct can do business at a tune of $100, $1 million. Okay, apologies for that. He uses decimals instead of apostrophes and apostrophes instead of decimals. So, let me reread that statement. The world's average remittance is at $500 USD, yet Visa Direct can do business at the tune of $100,000. That's a better option if you're doing payrolls, insurance payments, pensions, and bills. Visa is already there. There's an extra advantage in the Visa Western Union service. It also allows for domestic transfers, which is a big market in countries where the transaction financial system is not very well developed. So the system can take care of transactions overseas as well as operations to rural areas within the same country. If you're a worker who needs to send money to your family in a rural town, not too close to your own city, you can use this service as well. Well, apologies everyone. We almost got through a video with no ad, right? At any rate, the roadmap is not as clear as it usually is in the financial world. They will have to learn by doing. We'll get to work straight away. The first priority will be to create economic corridors between Europe and the rest of the EU countries, as well as the Asia-Pacific basin. So, when scale-on-scale companies get together, such as Visa and Western Union, according to Mr. Shelley, interesting stuff happens, and that is the case here. We don't know the role that blockchain technology plays in this partnership yet, but it's quite probable that either Ripple, Cardano, or Stellar Lumens are involved in some way as under-the-hood technologies. We will have to wait for further announcements that provide more detail for the specific technological choices involved in this partnership, but they could very well be there if only because it's their cup of tea and they do it better than anyone else in the world. For the time being, the most essential point is that traditional companies such as these to realize that the SWIFT system can't do the trick anymore. If the international transfers market is going to thrive, it will need innovation and leaving the old paradigms behind. And this is a good step in the right direction. The disclaimer here obviously is the presented information is subject to market conditions and may include the very own opinion of the author. Please do your very own market research before making any investment in cryptocurrencies. Neither the writer nor the publication tronweekly.com holds any responsible for your financial loss, and that goes doubly for taking the advice of me. Though I hope that you have enjoyed this article. I don't really have too much to expand upon from what's shared here. This is really just a recap that is following up with Naveed Iqbal, who has a similar train of thought to me apparently, in that Western Union and Visa are likely using Ripple as the background technology for this platform they're developing, as both have connections to Ripple. Western Union just is straight up partnered with Ripple, while Visa is partnered vis-a-vis Earthport, which is the network that we believe to be connecting up, with Visa Direct with Western Union. So again, this is speculative in that regard, whether this is Ripple in the background, but just because of the business partnerships that we've seen between these individuals, it's really hard to say that, to deny that Ripple is at the center of it. But again, that's my opinion on the news. As always, I hope you've enjoyed this article and my content. If you have, please remember to hit that like, smash that subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that bell if you haven't already, because then you'll be able to be informed as soon as I bring a new video out to you, right? At any rate, I'm Jade Martian, and you have been watching The Martian Report. I look forward to seeing all of you, whether you're an XRP community member or one of the XRP Martians currently subscribed to me, regardless of what you label yourself as or what you are based upon my labels. I look forward to seeing you next time, and until then, I'll be seeing you on Mars.